What up, David here with more Danganronpa. Goodbye despair, kinda. I'ma read this novel because it's got my two favorite characters on it. I had to check this out. Come on. Mukuro Ikusaba. Oh, okay. We know all these people. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, we know all. Yeah. Wait, what's going on here? Ultimate Despair? Ultimate Soldier? Oh, it's just her. Oh, I see. It's Junko because that's her as... Yeah. Okay, I got it. Ever since she was a child, she had special interest in mystery stories and is completely engrossed by them. I didn't know that! Mukuro! We got lost time. We gotta make up lost time. Ishimaru was crying. Great, from the beginning. I want to know. This is Danganronpa IF, the novel. So I'm gonna be kind of taking a backseat, but this is gonna be fun. Monokuma's monologue? Sure!
The world is full of ifs. If Adam hadn't tied the knot with Eve, society as we know it never would have been born. The world that everyone lives in is just one outcome among countless ifs, and will continue to be a muddled world overflowing with infinite ifs. If is in what's in my miso soup, you know?
What?
What lies beyond this point is a scary world filled with iffy stepfathers who abandon their families. A Klein bottle where the inside and outside are filled with uncertainty. No, but don't break it, okay? It'd be so expensive that there's no way you'd ever be able to pay me back. Ahem. But no matter how you look at it, ifs are simply worlds like any other. No matter how hypothetical the story may be, the future is the only thing that's truly foggy. And the past is more solid than a frozen banana. You can't change a conclusion that has already happened. Even if you see a world that may have existed, it wouldn't affect the people living in reality.
I mean, that's true, but...
Because if is only if, after all. Even if a parallel world exists where a particular if actually happened, humans cannot cross the boundaries between worlds that easily. No matter how far if goes, it'll always be a what-if scenario. Do you really want to see that? You've got some sick interests. Don't you think that's an insult to Makoto and the others after the tragedy they overcame?
Oh, so is this like a what-if scenario about how things turned out differently? I would like to know that.
Though as far as I'm concerned, I'll still insult them. If you're gonna look at if, it's better if you view the outside of the Klein bottle first. It might even be better if you view the ending of a video game called Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. David never played that one. He just watched the anime because he's a lazy little shit. Try to play it multiple times and spend your free time with Junko and Mishima at least 3 times too.
Do I have to do that? Wait, do I actually have to do that? Because I feel like there might be some special dialogue, because we all know Mukuro and Blobbity and you know and I know. Gengar knows. Alright. You know what? No, I'm not going to.
It may be ideal if you can collect all the items in movies.
Motherfucker, I am not completing Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. I want to play with my favorite characters.
But if you guys have already come this far, I'm sure you've already done that. Still, I'd buy the game if I were you. I'd buy at least 3 copies. 2 copies if I were you. Okay, David, you want to buy 3 copies? The curtain lowers.
Okay, wow, alright. The Button of Hope and the Tragic Warriors of Despair. Trigger Happy Havoc. Wait, so is this a retelling of Trigger Happy? Oh, ooh, I'm excited! Alright, and also, my freaking hair. I got stuck in the rain today, so my hair is all sorts of messed up. It's gonna look all crazy. What should I do with this? Makoto Naegi was at a loss. I really gotta say his name properly. I say Naegi, like, ironically, but I'm starting to actually say it, like, for reals. Naegi was at a loss. Despite his hesitation, his situation was extremely simple and composed of 3 key factors. The first factor was that Makoto was currently locked inside a school. Oh, this really... Wow, we're doing this. Hope's Peak Academy is a school for the privileged elite, and each student attending possesses ultimate talent. Makoto was chosen to attend Hope's Peak Academy by a lottery held to select the ultimate lucky student. When he arrived for his first day of school, he immediately lost consciousness, and when he woke up, he saw all the exits and windows sealed shut. The next factor was Monokuma, a mysterious robot bear, being operated by the mastermind, and the announcement he made to all the students.
You'll be living your whole life in this academy,
He declared.
If you want to leave, then kill someone and become the Black End.
The strange remote-controlled robot was telling Makoto and his fellow Ultimates to start killing each other in exchange for their freedom. They learned that one more Monokuma exists, and that each one contains a bomb to prevent anyone from attacking them. On top of that,
Macarena!
Monokuma announced that anyone who attempted to harm him would receive punishment. The third and final factor was the red button that Makoto was currently holding in his hand. The words escape button were crudely written on this button in marker. And though the first two factors were certainly causes for panic, Makoto only seemed at a loss over the third. During his free time, Makoto noticed that the school store was open, and his curiosity got the better of him. He was overwhelmed by the disjointed atmosphere upon entering, but his attention soon focused on a strange vending machine. The words Mono Mono Machine were written on it, and it seemed to accept the strange bear pattern coins they sometimes found inside the school. Interesting, okay. Seems like a bad idea, but Makoto thought there might be a chance this machine could dispense some way of escaping the school. And so he inserted the only coin he had into his... It's interesting how this novelization is focusing on the Mono Mono Machine, which is really just an optional part of the game to interact with your fellow students. And the result was the escape button he mentioned earlier. There's a limit to how much you can tease us. Maybe the mastermind who trapped us in here was making a cruel joke. These thoughts filled Makoto's mind, and he began to feel deeply discouraged. However, there's always a chance, right? Makoto was just an ordinary boy, and he only gained entry to Hope's Peak Academy through a lottery to find the ultimate lucky student. Maybe that luck was the real deal.
If this button was real, maybe...
If this button is real, maybe I can let Sayaka... Makoto took a deep breath. Slow breath. Press the button. Instantly, pain burst through his entire body. Ooh, gah! Makoto's arms and legs went limp as he lost his balance and fell to the floor in a crumpled heap. As he breathed heavily, it dawned on him what had just happened. I got electrocuted? He looked to the button in his hand and noticed a small needle sticking out of it. Makoto quickly surmised that the electric current must have been running through it. After regaining enough of his strength to stand back up, Makoto thought about it once again. Should have known it was a fake. Just like this entire institution. Just how sick and twisted was the mastermind? My head still feels a little woozy. I should go back to my room and rest today. With that in mind, Makoto walked out of the school store with slow, careful steps. But Makoto didn't know yet. If the escape button was really a fake, it would have been an act of mercy from the mastermind. A small bear-shaped shadow began moving around inside the now empty school store. This shadow, Monokuma, stood before the Mono Mono machine and stared at it silently. But after some time had passed, he began to laugh. A cold, hollow laugh, utterly devoid of emotion.
Pooh-hoo! Pooh-hoo!
Despite the fact that he was alone, Monokuma began to talk, almost as if he was speaking to someone. Perhaps Monokuma was talking directly to the mastermind controlling it.
I only put that in the Mono Mono machine because I thought it'd be interesting if one of the last few survivors happened to win it. But with a success rate of 0.000001, I never thought anyone would actually win it.
Don't you understand? We luck boys, like me, the Pope of Hope, do a great job at doing... I don't know, man. I just wanted to voice Nagito again.
Perhaps I should have expected the ultimate lucky student to overcome such impossible odds.
Monokuma started blushing and breathing heavily for no apparent reason. A robot like Monokuma doesn't need to breathe, but because his technology is super advanced, he can express himself like a living creature.
Makoto was chosen through a lottery, and now he's won the escape button through a lottery. This is obviously impossible, right? Is this what a miracle is? Is this all systems go toward escaping? Is something that defies all common sense about to come crashing into my own world? Well, even though I don't really want this at all, I'm starting to enjoy this new sensation. We'll be back after these commercials.
Monokuma's internal machinery began running at full capacity and his facial expressions began changing more smoothly than any humans could. Suddenly, his expressions immediately stopped and he whispered through his speakers.
But is this really good luck? Oh, I have a million laughs.
After muttering something so ominous, Monokuma's loud, screeching laughter rang jarringly throughout the entire room. A situation that was about to unfold contained two conflicting emotions in equal measure.
Hope and despair.
Ba-ba-bo. Oh, that was it. The next day, night time. Student dormitory, Makoto's room. I cannot do a British accent, like, come on. Makoto Naegi lay on his bed, desperately struggling with the despair and hope churning within him. Monokuma had forced the students to each watch DVD earlier that day. Makoto showed a scene that suggested his parents and little sister were in danger, and now he found himself determined to leave the school, as if he wasn't determined enough before. It seems that the other students were forced to watch shocking videos of their own. Videos so shocking that they were now determined to escape the school too. Even if that meant sacrificing someone to do it. However, it was obvious that these videos were part of Monokuma's trip. Okay, I gotta stop. As long as each student killed someone, they were allowed to graduate and leave the academy. It seemed that the mastermind controlling Monokuma was hell-bent on making the students kill each other. But right now, Makoto was most worried about Sayaka Mizono, who seemed to be incredibly distressed after watching her DVD. Sayaka wasn't just the ultimate pop sensation, she was also Makoto's classmate when they were students at Blackroot Junior High. Her optimism had been encouraging Makoto these past few days, and he was becoming a similar source of strength for her as well. If nothing else, I have to at least save Sayaka. As soon as Makoto thought that, he suddenly felt a small headache. Was he still reeling from being punched by Mondo the other day? Or is this a side effect of being electrocuted by the escape button? Even though I never, by the way, I didn't mention this, even though I never played Trigger Happy Havoc, I did watch the anime. Oh yeah, I did mention this. So you know that I know the story, and I've seen full playthroughs of Trigger, so I get it. As Makoto pondered these things, the pain slowly subsided and he returned to his determined thoughts of escape. I'm not gonna buy the game just to see the Junko scenes. Or I guess Junko scenes. Anyway, we all need to work together and... Huh? At that moment, Makoto realized his goal had changed slightly. We all need to? Ideally, it would be best if everyone survived together. However, aside from Sayaka, Makoto had never met the students before. He didn't know if they could even be trusted in the first place. But at that moment, he trusted them without even an ounce of suspicion. He believed that they were worth helping even at the cost of his own life. Just like Sayaka. Why? The headache struck again. As if all the blood vessels in its brain were being individually sliced open. Why did I just think that? I could trust the others as much as I trust Sayaka? Cause you can't trust Sayaka at all! She's crazy! Well, she's being very reactive, let's just say that. But she's gonna fuck you, and not in the way you want. Makoto tried to figure out why his thought process had suddenly changed. Something was wrong. The throbbing pain in his head seemed to synchronize with the strange feeling that someone was approaching him. Something was approaching him. A ray of light began to form within the dark recesses of his own mind. The doorbell rang. Okay, now she's gonna screw him. No, again, not in the good way. Someone's here. He quickly got out of bed, but that only made the headache worse. With no concern for his safety, Makoto carelessly opened the door to his... I can't face to face. I love that, with no concern for his safety. It's true, he really did just open the door. Sayaka. Oh god, I'm really sorry to come by so late. Sayaka? The pain. What are you doing out so late? The moment he saw her face, the pulsating pain in Makoto's head began accelerating. It felt like his world was being torn apart from the inside out.
Sorry to bother you, but something really weird just happened. And, Makoto, what's wrong? You don't look so well.
Sayaka was pale and had been trembling when she came to Makoto's room, but she seemed surprised to see that his complexion was worse than her own.
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just my head.
Makoto couldn't finish his sentence. His eyes rolled back into his head as he lost consciousness and slowly fell to the floor. This is different! And Sayaka's beautiful voice let out a scream as she stood over Makoto's body.
The next day, the nurse's office. Oh, you're awake.
Hey, you okay? How many fingers am I holding up as Makoto regained consciousness? He was gritted by the side of fingers adorned with long fake nails being waved in his face.
You're Junko, right?
Ooh, we got Mukuro!
Hey, why do you sound so unsure? I'm a little shocked to hear you say that.
Despite what she said, Junko Enoshima, the ultimate fashionista, was laughing as if she found this all very amusing. It's my girlfriend! Before she was my ex! And then I got whoa, what's going on here? Roll back, blah blah blah. Makoto looked around and realized he'd never seen this place before. It looked somewhat like a hospital. 3 beds, including his own, were lined up in the room with various medical instruments laid around them. The black ceiling felt strangely oppressive, but as he sat up, Makoto's mind immediately centered on one possibility.
Where are we? Did we get rescued?
Huh, that'd be nice, huh? She replied as she looked away. Junko explained that this was the nurse's office on the first floor of the academy. That Monokuma thing said, I can't bear, get it? He was making a pun. A precious student's getting sick, and he opened up this place this morning. Don't you think it's suspicious? What if all these meds are poison or something? To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised. Makoto remembered his encounter with the escape button and let out a small sigh.
So why am I here, Junko?
You should thank Sayaka for that. That leaves a lot for interpretation. She was here the whole night taking care of you. She was? Junko ignored Makoto's surprise and continued casually talking. But then Taka got all fired up and was like, oh, we should take turns watching over him. Like my Taka impression? I just happened to be on duty when you woke up. Well, and even then, only because of Byakuya ditched.
I see, thanks.
Like I said, you should thank Sayaka. Like I said, okay, I don't know. I gotta feel her out. Anyway, how are you feeling? Is everything alright? Makoto thought about it for a moment and remembered what he had been thinking about just before he lost consciousness. This is kind of weird, but... Actually, it's a really weird question, but... What's up? Oh wait, what's up? Oh my god, hold on. This is kind of weird, but actually it's a really weird question, but... What's up? There we go. Junko, we've never met each other before, right? Upon hearing this, Junko's eyes widened, but a few seconds later she began to laugh. Huh? Are you for real? That pickup line is like so totally played out, you know? Even though she was grinning, a serious look came over her face. Oh yeah, I wonder what's up with Makoto. Oh, it's like whatever he did. Oh, I see. So this alternate timeline, he presses the escape button and it actually sends a shock to his brain that makes him like remember stuff. Or at least it puts him in a different frame than when he was at the beginning of Trigger. Oh, this is exciting. I'm really excited for this. Yeah, seriously. Just so you know, you wouldn't expect anything like that from me. I don't know who this was. Oh yeah. Just so you know, you wouldn't expect anything like that from me. I know I look this way, but I take my virtue pretty seriously. No, I mean, I never expected. Well, that's what I figured. It's obvious that you're a total omega male anyway. God! Fucking Junko. Makoto and Junko continued to talk to one another. Although he wondered why Junko was talking to him instead of leaving to get the others, Makoto didn't question it. Don't! You're me again, Makoto. So do what David would do, and talk to the lovely lady. He just wanted to talk to someone. Anyone. As long as he interacted with his fellow students, he believed he could learn the truth about what was going on inside his head. My freaking hair. Look at this, do you see this craziness? I look like a mad scientist. Oh, good God. Jesus. Alright. 10 minutes later. 10 minutes pass. Junko mostly talked about alpha males and omega males, her time being homeless, and about her past her dreams for the future. Last topic was a lot heavier than the previous one, but Makoto's calm demeanor seemed to cheer her up. She smiled sincerely and said softly, "Thanks, Makoto." Maybe it was a sign of gratitude for listening to her troubles, but she kept the same. She blurted out something horrifying. "In return, I promise that if I do decide to kill someone, it won't be you." Don't say scary stuff like that. At least that's what Makoto thought, but the words that came out of his mouth expressed a different sentiment. "I see. Freaking David, stop. Thanks. Every time I hit the D-pad by accident, I do that. But I wouldn't want you to become the Blackened in the first place." For some reason, Makoto felt like the murderous words that came out of Junko's mouth seemed like a natural thing for her to say. She seemed very surprised by Makoto's response and quickly blurted out, "Huh? Are you serious? I was just kidding." "Huh? Oh yeah, of course. Sorry for acting weird." "No worries, let's just chalk this up to you from being woozy from your recovery." She returned to her usual bubbly self, let out a big stretch, and turned to Makoto. "I'm reading fanfiction. This is what my life has come to. I'm gonna get going now. Make sure you don't get killed before the next person arrives." After seeing her off, Makoto laid back down in the bed and started thinking to himself. What is this strange feeling? His dull headache continued as his thoughts began to blur. I was just talking to Junko, but it feels like I was talking to someone else. Who is she? Okay, Makoto, calm down. The more he thought, the more it felt like his memories were sinking into a thick swamp. Each throb of pain pulsing in his head felt like a wave of the surface of that swamp. What is this feeling? Oh, god damn it, David. It felt very unpleasant, as though someone's voice was screaming at him from inside his head. Makoto tried to organize his thoughts and go over everything that had happened. But it was interrupted by the sound of a bell. Ding dong bing bong. Unlike the dorm rooms, the nurse's office didn't have a doorbell. The bell was ringing through the entire building.
Ahem, testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school's broadcast system.
It was Monokuma's voice.
Now that Makoto has finally woken up, please assemble at the gym.
Makoto listened to Monokuma's heartless order and got out of bed without complaining. I have to go. He walked one step at a time, in accordance with the rhythm of his throbbing headache. Slowly he walked forward, not knowing if where he was headed was heaven or hell. This is interesting. I really can't wait to see where this goes. The gym! Makoto, are you alright? Saka ran over to Makoto as soon as he entered the gym. Yeah, thanks. Sorry about yesterday. I guess I really worried you. Please don't apologize. I'm sorry too. I barged into your room when you weren't feeling well. Now that you mention it, said Makoto, what happened yesterday? Sayaka looked away for a brief moment, but immediately turned back, smiled her pop sensation smile, and shook her head. It's nothing. I'll tell you some other time. Huh? While they were talking, Kiyotaka Ishimaru, the ultimate moral compass, stepped forward, pointing an accusatory finger at Makoto. You're late, Makoto! Explain why you were tardy! The other students collectively raised their eyebrows as if thinking, why is this guy yelling at someone who was sick? However, Makoto just smiled gently and answered him honestly. I didn't feel so well, so I was resting in the nurse's office. Can you note that in the daily logbook? I see! That is consistent with my information! If that is the case, then I shall consider this matter settled! I like Taka just yelling at everyone. The conversation progressed smoothly, and Taka smiled as he kept talking. Taka talks a lot. Talk it to me, Taka. Ha 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 ha! I'll take full responsibility for recording it. You just focus on recovering. If you ever feel ill, please report to the health committee. It seems we'll need to appoint health committee members after this meeting, though. Taka walked away, mumbling to himself as he opened his daily logbook found in the Academy's supply room. Celestia Ludenberg, the ultimate gambler, saw the whole conversation and walked up to Makoto. Despite his unreasonable behavior, you know exactly what to say to him. Huh? As soon as Celeste said that, it dawned on Makoto. It's true that he didn't feel well, and that he'd been resting in the nurse's office, but when Taka asked him why he was late, even though he should have already known the reason, Makoto didn't feel annoyed or disappointed at all. It was as if he expected Taka to say that. Makoto felt strange that he accepted Taka's personality so quickly. Almost as if he remembers that he knows him. He couldn't understand why he asked Taka to do something as unnecessary as recording it in the daily logbook in the first place. God fucking damn it, this is really pissing me off. Oh god. Why did I say that? It's like I was used to it. His response to Taka's demands came as natural to him as breathing. Why? Every time he tried to think about it, his headache grew even worse. So I'm guessing everyone else is on the same page, only Makoto's different. As Makoto struggled to think about it through the pain of his headaches, a black and white stuffed animal jumped out from behind the gym's podium and began twirling around as it spoke in a cheerful voice.
Hey guys, is everyone here?
He sounded like he was about to lead the students on the field trip, but not a single one of them had a smile on their faces.
What is it this time?
Are you gonna hijack a cruise ship and run into a gigantic worm? Of course, there was one exception. I don't know if Monokuma said that. Of course, Yasuhiro Hagakure, the ultimate clairvoyant, still believed that their current situation was some kind of planned event. Monokuma just ignored him and continued to address the students with his adorable voice. Methinks our narrator might be biased.
Today I'm going to tell you about our wonderful academy system. System sure sounds like a great word, don't you think?
He's crazy.
It reeks of danger, just like a bear. I want you all to trample over the deaths of your friends and grow up to have hardened hearts. It's good to be a little naughty. I want you all to grow poisonous personalities.
After making his nonsensical introduction, Monokuma moved on to the next topic. With this, he began providing a detailed explanation of the most vile system in the school.
The class trial. Now, you can't just kill someone. You gotta kill someone without anyone finding out that you did it.
Monokuma talked about his horrible graduation program with casual indifference. But because a killing hadn't happened yet, his lecture didn't instill any despair in the students. As long as a killing never occurred, there'd be no point to class trial, when killing wasn't going to happen. As students' suspicions began to rise, Monokuma continued explaining the class trial until... Well, wait, hold on a second. I'm assuming this is Junko, right? Is it Monokuma executions? Oh, wait. As Monokuma began to explain that the executions would serve as punishment, one girl stepped forward. Junko? As soon as he saw how angry she was, the rhythm of Makoto's headache began to change slightly. You're freaking insane, you know that? The girl continued to complain angrily. She seemed completely different from the smiling person Makoto saw in the nurse's office. Oh, is Junko always like that? No, she's different. That's how Junko acts, but is that person really Junko? Wait, what am I thinking? As Makoto struggled, Makoto and the girl continued to... Monokuma and the girl continued to argue.
What? Are you saying that you're gonna not participate in the class trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy. What? Punishment? I might, I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
Different. The strange feeling he felt was now directed at Monokuma. A prison? No, they aren't that kind. What's going on, Makoto? At first he thought it was some kind of parade. But he quickly realized that was a mistake. What he thought were lights was actually buildings in flames. The red decorating the scene seemed to have come from human bodies. Despair. I wasn't confined to the Academy or even Japan. Images of worldwide death and destruction flooded Makoto's brain with every throb of his headache. I've seen this before. Besides the indescribable violence taking place in all these images, there was only one thing they had in common. Who are they? They're rampaging terrorists wearing black and white masks who were wreaking havoc in these images. They took everything: money, valuables, lives, families, dignity, the past, the future, and possibly even the Pope! The masks these terrorists were wearing perfectly resembled the face of the stuffed animal arguing with the student before him. Shut the hell up. Say whatever you want. I'm not gonna be part of this.
Don't be so selfish.
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. The evil here standing
Before me, I'm trembling with fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first.
Monokuma swings his arm widely as he charges at the girl waddling steps. You know I have the image of the scene right in my mind. But the girl stomped on the self-proclaimed headmaster of the academy with ease.
Gayume!
Are you enjoying yourself now? Pinned beneath the girl's foot, Monokuma looked up into the girl's cold eyes and calmly asked,
Are you?
Huh?
Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation.
At that moment, a chill ran down Makoto's spine. She's going to get killed. Monokuma's words sounded very threatening to him. It wasn't a prediction or a guess. It was as if he knew the danger Monokuma posed from the start. If this continues, Junko's gonna... Her mind didn't fully grasp the situation unfolding in front of him. The time he realized he was about to remember something, he was already running forward. Junko! The impact of his feet combined with the rhythm of his headache sending his brain and heart into a panic. No, she's different. She's...
I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help to me, godly spear Gunyer!
Monokuma wiggled beneath the girl's foot and let out a scream. At that exact moment, Makoto charged at her and screamed out. Mukuro, watch out! Oh, snap! Oh, crap. I didn't think it was gonna happen like that. Oh! Oh, gosh. Wait. Oh, no, I gotta end this here. I hope you're enjoying this. I know this is just gonna be me talking, but I wanted to have this as like a little bit of filler because my life is so busy right now. I started teaching fencing again. I'm working a lot, and now that I'm partner on YouTube, I'm really focusing on the consistency. So I hope you don't mind little things like this being used to pad out the space, because I want to keep making content for y'all, and I think some of you wanted to have me react to this as well. So I'm going to do this for a little bit. I can't imagine it's going to be too long. But for now, I'm going to end this here. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like this video if you like this video, subscribe if you haven't, smack the bell so you don't miss a thing. Consider supporting me on Patreon. Thank you, Lady Cross, for supporting me on Patreon, and I'll see y'all in the next one. For now, this is Dave out. Peace out. Can't wait to see where this goes!